Brittia, according to Procopius, was an island he considered to be known to the inhabitants of the Low Countries under Frankish rule, corresponding both to a real island used for burial and a mythological Isle of the Blessed, to which the souls of the dead are transported. Procopius says Brittia lies no farther than 200 stadia from the mainland, opposite the mouth of the Rhine, but between the islands of Brettania and legendary Thule, and 3 nations live in it: Angiloi, Phrissones and Brittones, that is, Angles, Frisians and Britons. Procopius mentions a wall in Brittia, which he distinguishes from Bretannia, however, and fertile lands. It is perhaps only the apparently authentic combinations of names, Angles, Frisians and Britons, which demands hard attention to this interlude in serious Byzantine discussions of the Gothic wars. Angiloi warns. Procopius relates that they imagine that the souls of the dead are transported to that island, on the coast of the continent that dwell under Frankish sovereignty, but hitherto exempt from all taxation, fishers and farmers, whose duty it is to ferry the souls over. This duty they take in turn. Those to whom it falls on any night go to bed at dusk. At midnight they hear a knocking at their door, and muffled voices calling. Immediately they rise, go to the shore, and the see empty boats, not their own but strange ones. They go on board and seize the oars. When the boat is under way, they perceive that she is laden choke-full, with her gunwales hardly a finger's breadth above water. Yet they see no one, and in an hour's time they touch land, which one of their own craft would take a day and a night to do. Arrived at Brittia, the boat speedily unloads, and becomes so light that she only dips her keel in the wave. Neither on the voyage nor at landing do they see anyone, but they hear a voice loudly asking each one his name and country. Women that have crossed give their husbands' names. A garbled account, observed Loin, possibly an echo of a report by a Frankish ambassador or an angle in the ambassador's entourage, pursuing geographical accuracy beyond the capacity of Procopius himself. There have been suggestions as to at which point exactly these boats left the Gallic coast, the Lamarque placing it near Ras Armorica, where there is a toponym des Ames Boe acute and Anaron, Bay of Souls. Jacob Grimm reports that on the river Trégois in Brittany, in the commune Plough Well, it is said to be the custom to this day, to convey the dead to the churchyard in a boat over a small arm of the sea called Passage de l'Enfer, instead of taking the shorter way by land. Procopius's account is repeated by John Zetzes in the 12th century, but long before that, Claudian at the beginning of the 5th had heard of those Gallic shores as a trysting place of flitting ghosts, and not far from that region are Britain, the land of the Senones, and the Rhine. Grimm compares this account to the airy wagon of the Bretons, and to bardic traditions which make out that souls, to reach the underworld, must sail over the pool of dread and of dead bones, across the veil of death, into the sea on whose shore stands open the mouth of hell's abyss. The name survives in the Breton name of Brittany, Brige.